Alright guys, the Jake Paul versus Gibb fight is going to be happening in an hour and 53 minutes, and I'm just going to give my predictions before then. And if you're wondering what happened here, I was twirling around my lightsaber, and the metal part hit me right there, and then the actual blade spun around and hit me in the eye. And it doesn't seem heavy when you're holding it, but it's heavy when it's coming at you with lots of momentum, because I was twirling it around in a circle with my wrist. But yeah, so I'm just gonna explain that. No violence happened. But anyway, I'm just gonna predict who I think's going to win. I kind of want to say Jake, but I kind of want to say Gibb. I really don't know, so I know how Jake fights. I don't know how Gibb fights. So I'm gonna have to go off of how I know. Well, from what AnEson Gibb says, he's saying that he fights with pressure, like constant pressure on him, and doesn't let up. Which we've seen that in the past two boxing matches that Gibb's been in, but he hasn't fought with 10-ounce gloves, and he hasn't, neither of them have went pro. But Jake has fought with 10-ounce gloves, just with head guards. But there's no head guards, and there's somebody's going to get knocked out. I kind of want to say Jake's gonna win, because Jake actually has a technique. Now I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be a Jake Paul fan. I'm not trying to be a Logan Paul fan. I'm not trying to be a Jake or Logan Paul supporter. I'm just saying, from like the facts that I know and from what I know, I just think that I just think I think Jake's gonna win, just because of how he fights, and I think Jake's taking this more seriously than Gibb is, and Gibb is kind of taking this as a joke. And if you saw how Deji took it when Jake and Deji fought, Deji took it as a joke, and he really didn't think much about it. He just took it as a joke. And if you saw how Logan Paul fought against KSI in the last fight, he took it as a joke. But Jake's not taking it as a joke this time. Jake is actually taking this as a serious fight, and he actually wants to win this. And I think he very well might. But I really can't say, but who's going to win the fight? But I think Jake will. Like I can't predict the exact winner, but I can just say that Jake might win the fight. But I think it's leading more towards Jake, but it's a slight lead towards Gibb. But I think Jake will knock Gibb out in the 4th round. I don't think it's going to go the full distance when you have two people that are relatively the same height, almost the same height. Jake's a little bit taller than Gibb, and they have the same type of ego, and they do have similar fighting techniques. When you see people that are like that, I think a lot of people think that the fight's not going to go the full distance, and if it does, I really don't know. I don't know, but yeah. So those are my predictions. Those are my thoughts on it. I will check back in with you guys after the fight tomorrow. Bye bye.